difficulty here now because Airshow thinks what the next day vengeance will be what it might be project here.
Sorry, but he's still doing a part. Nice if one more of those jets and pedals.
But if you one last time, before we keep them around.
to that now. The entrance comes down.
Moving it a bit late, isn't it?
He's cocked it up. But at least I haven't seen any.
Chief Marshal Sir John Allison, the Commander-in-Chief of RAF Strike Command, landed the plane upside down in a field. From Cambridge, Howell Jones reports.
This was the last time a Messerschmitt 109 would start up and take to the air. Little did the pilot know he was minutes away from a crash landing and a place in aviation history. First came a mock dogfight with a Spitfire, a scene straight from the Battle of Britain. Then on landing, the Messerschmitt gave spectators something a little more unexpected. It overshot the runway, bounced over the M11 motorway and crashed in a field. Rescuers found the plane upside down and the pilot unhurt. Air Chief Marshal Sir John Allison had flown the Messerschmitt before, but had no immediate explanation for the crash. Messerschmitt 109s were the pride of the Luftwaffe. The one which crashed today was the very last in flying condition. And even before the crash, it was heading for retirement in a museum. So this fighter's final approach is being made not under the power of its own Daimler-Benz engine, but towed by a tractor. It might yet find a home in the museum, but only after many more years of restoration. Howell Jones, ITN, Cambridgeshire.
There was tight security this evening as the Queen arrived for her state visit to India. She flew into New Delhi Airport, where there were 3 bomb attacks on Friday night. Demonstrators have been calling for a
Scottish mainland. No one is reported hurt. 3 of the 26 Georgian crew members on the Maltese registered Yusuf K.
The Red Devils are the Parachute Regiment Freefall team. We're all serving members of the Parachute Regiment, and we come to the team and do a average 3-year secondment. Once we've done our 3 years on the team, we go back to the battalion to carry on our soldiering and regimental duties.
My name is Corporal Richard Bunting.
My name is Private Bonner.
My name is Corporal Kevin Waterhouse.
My name's Private Tim Skinner. I'm the cameraman for the Red Devils Red Team. My role as a jump master is primarily as safety for the actual parachutists in the team. So I organise what everyone's going to be doing on the jump, and also it's my job to make sure that all the parachutists get out in the right place, depending on what the weather is doing at the time.
We do wind checks every 10 to 15 minutes. If the team hasn't actually left the mountain airfield, we will phone them and tell them what the winds are doing. If I believe the winds were too strong or it's going to be unsafe, I would actually tell the team not to jump.
On the ground they carry an anemometer which will give the actual surface wind speeds at the time as accurate as possible. Also their job is they have what we call a ground flare on the ground. Once we're under the parachutes, they will light the ground flare, and this will give out some white smoke and it will blow in the direction of the wind. Because when we land the parachutes, we have to land facing into wind. Okay, Tim out on the rail. Okay, me and Pat 2-way launch. Okay, ready, set, go. CRW next, or we'll do...
What are you doing, tracking or turning?
We're just tracking, so you do a zigzag. First of all, we have to select a team. So at the end of every year, after the season, we take a certain amount of people from the battalions, from the regiment, and we actually select from them people who's going to come onto the team for the next season. And then during the start of the next season, maybe about March time, we go away to Cyprus and we do a 4-week training camp. Obviously the weather's a little bit better over there at the start of the year, so we need to go over where we have warmer climes, and obviously we get clear blue skies.
Okay, everybody happy? Okay, that's the 3 shows.
We plan 3 different actual shows. We have a low show, a medium show and a high show. And they will differ in heights up to 10,000 feet, right down to our minimum height of 2,000 feet. And we will plan accordingly on them 3 jumps.
The weather can affect the parachute speed. We can jump in 20 knots. Any more than that, and the canopies, parachutes actually start going backwards, and this is dangerous because we need to land safely in the landing arena. Also, the cloud base plays a big part. We need a cloud base of 2,000 feet, so we can be on the canopy by 1,500 feet.
Before we do a jump, we get an actual Met from Bryce Norton, which comes through, and that's usually about an hour before the jump. And
Great stuff. Well, that's all we've got time for today.